Six Flags Great America has been on the rise over the last decade. With the introduction of coasters like X-Flight, Goliath, Joker, and Maxx Force, the park has emerged as one of the top amusement parks in the Six Flags chain. But these new major additions don't come without a cost. With free space and the budget being tight, Six Flags Great America has had to sacrifice other attractions to make way for the new and improved ones. With more investments coming in the near future, it is likely that at least one attraction could be approaching its final days. Will it be an aging water attraction or a beloved roller coaster? Find out next. Hi everyone, this is Kalahale from Destination Thrills, and we are here with another episode in our next ride removal series where we highlight one major theme park and try to predict which one of their attractions could be the next to go. In today's video, we will be looking at Six Flags Great America in Gurnee, Illinois. Six Flags Great America is one of the larger parks in the Six Flags chain. This theme park has the advantage of pulling guests from two large population centers, Milwaukee and Chicago. Because of this, Six Flags has really invested a lot of money in the last decade to make sure that the park competes with some of the other major theme parks around the country. And it doesn't appear that this trend is changing anytime soon. So with the likelihood of the park investing more money in the future, you might be wondering why we're doing a ride removal video. Well, if you look at recent history, their new additions have come at the expense of another ride. For example, Goliath was built after the park removed Iron Wolf, a B&M stand-up coaster. We have also seen rides like King Chaos and Ragin' Cajun get the boot for newer upgrades. So it is very likely that Six Flags Great America will remove a ride to make room for something new in the next few years. So what criteria did we use to shape our predictions? Well, first we will be looking for rides that take up a portion of land that will fit the incoming attraction. I personally think that Six Flags Great America will select a flat ride for their next edition. I am specifically thinking a Zamperla Giant Discovery. There's also a possibility of them getting a new coaster very soon. What kind of coaster could that be? Well, I actually did a whole video on which coaster I think Six Flags Great America could add next. If you're interested in checking that out, I will link that in the card above. So in this video, we will want to look at rides that take up enough space to at least fit a small coaster. We also looked at rides that are not aging very well and have low ridership. Alright, so let's get into our predictions on which rides could be leaving next at Six Flags Great America. First, we have Revolution. This is a spinning pendulum flat ride towards the back of the park right next to American Eagle. Now, I know this might contradict the criteria above because this ride doesn't take up very much space. However, a Zamperla Giant Discovery is a spinning pendulum ride as well, and it doesn't really make sense to have two spinning pendulum rides in the park. So I actually think Revolution could be removed to free up the midway, and then they could put the Zamperla Giant Discovery where the current Kidsopolis Kiddie area is. So yeah, I guess I am predicting the removal of a ride and a kiddie area, but I am a little skeptical to believe that they could fit a Giant Discovery in the current plot of land that Revolution sits in. So this idea would make more sense to put the Zamperla Giant Discovery over by Kidsopolis. Now another reason why I selected Revolution is that it doesn't seem to have a high ridership, at least on the days that I have visited. And in my opinion, a Giant Discovery is a big upgrade to Revolution, so I don't think many will be disappointed by its removal. Plus, it opened in 2004, so you can say that Six Flags has gotten their use out of this attraction. And this is why I believe that Revolution has a 45% chance of being the next ride to go at Six Flags Great America. Moving on to our next potential removal, we have the Winner's Circle Go-Karts. This attraction takes up a decent portion of real estate in the park. Looking at the plot of land from the map here, this space could definitely fit a Giant Discovery or even a compact roller coaster. Something like an RMC Raptor I think could fit perfectly in this spot. The only thing that may save this ride is the fact that it does require an additional fee to ride. So if the ride is making a sizable profit for Six Flags Great America, then they will be reluctant to cut off this revenue stream. With that said, Six Flags St. Louis just removed their go-karts for a flat ride, so this may give you an indication of how Six Flags values the go-kart attraction. Now, if the profit that they are making isn't that substantial, then Great America will have no issue removing it to put in an attraction that will boost season pass sales. So I'm going to give the go-karts a 25% chance of being the next attraction to get the axe. Let's move on to our final prediction, and this one was tough for me, but I'm going to go with Condor. This rotating flat ride manufactured by Huss Rides is a classic family attraction at the park when it opened in 1991. Now, this ride meets a lot of the criteria we mentioned in the intro. The ride is certainly aging. It's not one of the most popular rides in the park either. And also, this ride takes up enough space to squeeze in a flat ride. Now, Condor is located near the entrance of Superman Ultimate Flight, the park's B&M flying coaster. I think it would be a really cool concept to have a Wonder Woman themed Zamperla Giant Discovery built right there at the entrance of Superman. It just seems fitting to have these two hero themed rides right next to each other. So I think that Condor has a 20% chance of being removed at Six Flags Great America. Now, there are many attractions and even roller coasters that people have speculated to be going soon. Some of these rides that have been rumored to be going, I actually believe are safe this time around. The first one is Vertical Velocity. You might remember back in 2017, Screamscape posted rumors that Six Flags was considering on removing this coaster from the park, which actually kind of shocked me because Vertical Velocity was the park's only launch coaster at the park. In fact, the coaster is so different from the rest of the coaster collection that I would imagine Great America would want to keep this around as long as possible. Plus, I have seen consistent ridership on days that I've been at the park, so it seems like guests enjoy this coaster. Also, Vertical Velocity has a compact layout going over the pond and is very close to other attractions and buildings. So removing V2 wouldn't open up a valuable amount of space. The only reason this ride would go is if the cost and trouble to maintain this coaster was not beneficial for the park. I haven't heard reliable information saying that this is the case. If anyone has an article or a video that says contrary, please leave it in the comments below. But looking at these factors, I would say that V2 is safe from being the next removal. The second is Demon, the classic aero looper headache inducer. Honestly, going into this video, Demon was one of the coasters I believe should be removed, but after doing a little bit of research, I actually believe this ride is safe for now. Yes, it has low ridership. Honestly, on busy days, I can usually count on this ride to be the shortest queue when I need a quick roller coaster fix. It also takes up a decent plot of land that would fit a sizable coaster. However, I really think Six Flags wants to maintain a high coaster count, so unless a massive coaster is coming in 2021 or 2022, I don't see them removing Demon just yet. Now, when they do eventually want to invest in a larger scale coaster, I could see Demon being taken out for that purpose. But I think we might be 5+ years away from seeing a large scale roller coaster. This is why I think Demon is safe from being the next removal. Finally, we have the one I think most of you thought I was going to mention in this video as being removed, and one that has been heavily rumored. We have American Eagle. This older Intamin wooden coaster has definitely shown its age in recent years. The coaster is rough and from what some have speculated is quickly becoming a nightmare to maintain. Many have deducted that because of this, Six Flags will hire Rocky Mountain Construction to come in and transform American Eagle into a wild hybrid coaster. Now, in my Six Flags Great America Next Coaster video, I explained why I don't think RMC is coming in to do the Iron Horse treatment on American Eagle, so I won't go into much detail on that here, but I won't disagree that something will need to be done with American Eagle soon. My current thinking is that Six Flags Great America will attempt to preserve this coaster as long as possible for two reasons. One, it is a classic ride in the park that has a lot of history with it. They know older generations grew up with this coaster, and the nostalgia this ride provides holds a lot of value. Plus, one could argue that this coaster is the signature ride for the park's skyline. Seeing the towering dueling wooden tracks stretch across an out and back layout towards the giant double helix adds so much to the feel of the park. And whenever I picture Six Flags Great America in my head, American Eagle highlighting the skyline is usually my first visual. So I think the park would rather do some retracking to keep this coaster alive for the next few years, rather than just remove it altogether. Now, is an RMC conversion possible later down the road? Sure, but I think by that point Six Flags Great America would have removed one of their other rides that I mentioned earlier. So yes, I believe American Eagle is safe from being removed next. So these were my predictions on which rides could be the next to leave the park, and which rumored rides I believe are safe. Let me know in the comments below which ride at Six Flags Great America will be the next to be removed. Now, if you like these coaster speculation videos, I have plenty more on my channel. I had a full next coaster prediction series that you might enjoy. I will leave some of those videos in the description below. And I also have a next ride removal video on my home park, Six Flags St. Louis. So if you're interested in that, I will pop it in the card above. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to Destination Thrills, the destination for all the latest coaster news, speculation, and content. I'm Cullah Hale, stay safe out there, and have a good one.